cute little kitty, and beep, 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 beep. Are we in the show yet?
No. Interesting.
Nya nya.
Hello.
I needed sugar. My sugars were dropping, so I had donuts next to me. I thought, donut, perfect sugar. Mm-hmm. And
we plan stuff for the Dimecast?
Me, Dime, and Mike with a Google Doc, which was absolutely hilarious with comments. And we have still got the original. We've still got the original. We have still. And it's all color coordinated as well. Everyone's got their own color. It's amazing.
Wait, is the cursing color coordinated as well? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Explosions! Whenever it hits the ground, it
just sit there and watch people play Tetris? I don't understand.
Apparently
We can't hear you.
Not me.
You should be able to hear me.
Have you muted your mic again?
No, hold on.
No, I can hear you. Do you have to format XSplit?
I might.
Oh, lordy.
Recap. For 1 year anniversary of the Dime... They can hear me now. 1 year anniversary of the Dimecast. Neko, Ranger, Bunny, stop slurping.
I'm not slurping.
No,
I'm not even doing anything.
They can hear me. I don't know what happened. The mic was on the whole time. GG XSplit. Anyways, so they're making a Tetris movie with Threshold Entertainment and the Tetris Company. It's going to be a science fiction epic. And I quote, "Everyone knows that Tetris is one of the best known and most beloved brands in the world. What everyone doesn't know yet is this epic sci-fi story that we're going to tell. That's what's really exciting." I'm sorry. What?
How is
know.
Tetris and sci-fi connected?
Now we know. We didn't know the secret story of Tetris, but now we know.
Well,
Secret
they're just
made-up
color
story of
blocks,
Tetris.
right? So you could do color blocks in any kind of thing that you'd wanted to do. It could be fantasy, for fuck's sake.
Did you know that Tetris was Tron-based?
Oh my god.
I
So, I think this is going to be horrible. Yes, Ranger is advertising Skype.
Why am I? Oh
Because
no!
the Skype logo, the transparent Skype logo is in your video window for tonight.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Ugh.
Ranger? Ranger. Let's see, that would be... I think that's your... Yeah, left hand? Left hand, just point up.
My left hand?
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
This
Skype
podcast call brought to you by Skype. Thank you, Ranger.
So it's not my Skype, it's your Skype that's causing this to happen.
It is my Skype.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's move on to the first segment of the night, and I'm just going to go ahead and... well, crap, that's going to get rid of all of you. All right, I can't do that. Neko?
I'm gonna talk about Skyrim Warriors! It's a Dynasty Warriors game. Okay, we can move on now.
Okay, cool.
That was a lot less painless than I was expecting.
I'm just gonna say something. It's shorter than a normal Dynasty Warriors game. They use items from the Zelda games, which makes it very interesting. And that's it.
Are we also going to talk about the fact that when you play multiplayer, the frame rate goes to shit, and the main TV downscales its resolution to what the gamepad can output?
I keep forgetting that because I play with only the Wii pad. So yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
That's sad. It is really sad.
All right.
Okay, let's go to the next thing.
Let's talk about Shadow of Mordor, which I have been playing today. It's amazing.
Hooray!
It is
Oh.
awesome. Game is so good.
Do you have a 6 gig video card?
Do I have a 6 gig video card?
Yeah.
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Okay.
I have one.
Because apparently I was watching Total Biscuit play it this morning, and apparently the high def that they're gonna release requires the 6 gig video
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Well,
So-
I don't know why.
I mean, the game's already really nice looking. I'm actually going to pull up some recorded footage. It's nothing that's live yet, but it's stuff I've been working on today in the background.
I was thinking I want to get it, and I was thinking of doing a playthrough because all the playthroughs are supposed to be different, right?
Yes.
Like if you fail killing a certain boss, he'll come back and be like, "You took my arm, but you did not take my life." You know, it's just like.
We've actually, Shelby has her own playthrough of it as well. And her experience in the first 40 minutes of the game is, aside from the preset story stuff, is totally different than what happened when I played it.
Right. So, like, it would be worth it to actually do a playthrough of it because the experience would be different.
Yeah, the experience is going to be different for everybody. I'm just kind of throwing up some footage right now in the background. It's still a really nice looking game. Make sure the volume's not... There we go. The Nemesis system is particularly cool, and that's what Ranger was talking about with the differences between the game. Because, like, for example, I didn't manage to kill one of the lieutenants that was guarding one of the first war chiefs, and he immediately moved into that slot, and now he hates my guts. So I'm gonna have to deal with him later.
you did try to kill him.
Yeah,
So.
Where's the Shadow Mordor?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to deal with him.
I
later.
like that they took
Thor.
that idea and been like, there's certain key actions that you can do during a battle with them, and if you do that stuff, like they'll actually mention it to you later.
Mhm.
So like, and they'll have like a burn, or they'll have a scar, or like an eye patch, and like all these kinds of things. I think that level of detail, especially in a game which seems to be mostly a fighter game, that's really awesome, and it's something that I personally have not seen before.
There's a couple things I do want to say about the way the game handles as well. A lot of people have said it's Assassin's Creed with Mordor slapped onto it. And I kind of thought that at first, and the Nemesis system definitely helps differentiate that. But another thing is, it's got a lot of the same climbing mechanics and running. They even have the 3 ropes strung between buildings that you can walk on.
Wait, can you
Right.
can you block?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. Then it's not Assassin's Creed.
That's where I was going to. The free
I'm sorry.
running and the climbing feels a lot smoother than Assassin's Creed ever has, even as Black Flag. And Black Flag felt really good. I think Ranger will agree with me on that. And the combat is much more Batman Arkham City. It's set up for you to constantly be bouncing from enemy to enemy and countering. And one thing I have noticed is, you know how in a lot of games when you go to set yourself up for like a big execution or special move, the other enemies will all stand around like Kung Fu movie style and watch you do it? Not in
Yeah.
this game, and it probably comes up in this video I'm showing a couple times, but unless it's like the last guy or you've stunned everybody else, they will come and fuck you up while you're trying to execute somebody. So the good thing about that is, though, just like the Batman games, if you press the counter button, the main character will stop doing whatever he was doing, no matter what it is. He'll even stop in the middle of jerking somebody to their feet and slitting their throat and just drop them again so he can do his counter. So it's it's really interesting. The combat is very
That's
Arkham.
nice, because I hated that was one thing I didn't like sometimes about Assassin's Creed, is I would be in the middle of doing something, I'm like, no, you need to counter that guy! Now stop your stupid fucking animation! I don't care!
Yeah.
So,
and one thing that surprised me is the voice acting is really, really good. Like, really good. Even the intro. I do find myself, at this point in the game, not really liking the human character. that much, which I've heard and read from reviews gets better. But the Wraith,
Everything went offline. Stream, you.
But we're all still here. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I'm
weird
even
because
faster.
that's weird because I didn't lose connection on my end.
Yeah.
Stream went
Which-
offline and everything.
Yeah, stream is on. Oh, it's coming back now, but
Oh, they heard me blow my nose. Oh
yeah,
well.
they did. Yeah, that's really weird. I never lost my connection.
but it did though go away.
Like I said, I don't know what happened, but I never lost connection.
We got spoiler blank. And that was the spoiler for tonight. Dime is dying, basically. His
Basically.
internet's dying.
Time died.
Yes.
Everybody dies a little
The-
bit
the
every minute.
The spoiler was that Gollum is in the game and he's amazing.
Oh, is it?
Spoiler! I'm done. I'm quitting Digmcast.
Somebody hasn't watched a single trailer for the game.
Neither I haven't.
Can you
but I
kill
was-
him? Is it like Operation Raccoon City and can you go and try and kill him?
No, unfortunately.
Ah.
Although the first time you meet him, you're a lot nastier to him than anybody in the movies was.
Oh.
So.
Will I have to
Ugly
settle for
people
being
don't
nasty
deserve
to him?
love.
Well, I mean,
Exactly
I
the
think
lesson
I
today.
think picking him up and choke slamming him against a cliffside, you know,
Is that you or the Wraith though?
you.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, the Wraith's a lot meaner to him.
Oh, okay.
So
The Wraith would have killed him, yeah.
the Wraith is actually, I like the Wraith better because the Wraith is actually a dick. He just zero fucks are given by the Wraith about anything. Like in the beginning, you see a bunch of is it back for the people in chat, by the way?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, it should be back.
In the beginning, you see some prisoners like running and then being clubbed down by the orcs, and like the rangers, like the human, he's all freaking out. He's like, "Oh my god!" And the Wraith is like, "Don't you see? They're a distraction. Let's go do some other stuff." Like the Wraith does not care. So, yeah, Shadow of Mordor, it's awesome.
Can you get it on Steam or you gotta get it separate?
No, it's on Steam.
Okay.
On Steam.
I have a feeling Ranger's spending money right now.
I was thinking about spending money right
I
now.
wanted to spend money, but I have none.
Oh,
I don't really
got
have very much.
problems, but money ain't one because it's not there.
I did just buy what did I just buy?
Welcome
Oh,
to a
I
beautiful
just
evening.
bought the Civ and I just bought the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. That's like $90 right there.
Vanishing of Ethan Carter looks good.
good.
So there's a sale on Smite today about the old pre-skins.
Yeah, actually,
There's no god.
Yeah, we do need to talk a little bit about Smite. Ranger, this is probably this part of the show where you fall asleep.
All right.
So there's a new god out. I'm going to completely mute the
He's
video
correct.
so that you don't hear two Dimebots. So the new god
Oh, yeah,
is...
that would be awkward.
Yeah, the new god is Sylvanas. He's Groot with a little man riding on top of him. He's a guardian.
You need to remove that gift because nobody can see him.
Oh, I thought the GIF was underneath that. There we go. XSplit did not roll that up as far as I thought it did in overlay. Yeah, he's Groot. He's interesting. His basic attack is...
Is it a dope?
Huh? No, he's a tree.
What is it?
He's a tree. It's a dude
Oh.
Yeah.
riding a tree. A tree ant.
Sylvanas is the god riding on top of the tree, named Gromit? No.
Grover.
I keep thinking his name's
His name's Grover.
Grover.
He's a guardian. He 0 damage dealing, basically. I mean, you can kill people with him, but it's going to take a really long time. But he's all about giving protections, removing protections. He has a heal over time that's also a damage over time to enemies. And his ult is particularly nasty because it cancels all momentum and knocks people straight up. So, it's evil. And also, he has a grab. It's basically Arachne's old grab, but it's really hard to hit, and it does no damage.
It's smaller. It's no length.
Yeah, well, it also has a slightly
I
longer...
miss old Rex.
It has a slightly longer travel time than hers did as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
it takes some getting used to, but the main thing about him is he's freaking impossible to kill. Like, I think
Is he?
I think it's coming up in the video, but there was one point where I had Emir, Poseidon, and I think Neith on me, and I still didn't die, and they were chasing me like right on top of me for like 30 seconds. his passive, I was
Wow.
telling Bunny this earlier today, his passive is actually kind of weird. His passive, basically, enemies that are attacking him with basic attacks have a 25% chance to be rooted, and it can happen once every 12 seconds. So, you could be hitting him with your
Yeah,
basic
it's weird. I
attacks.
watched the God reveal earlier.
So basically, you can be attacking
I was
him, and
watching
all of a
the God
sudden,
reveal earlier.
you
It's
can't
really
move.
nasty.
So, he's strong. He's got a lot of heal potential as well. It'll be interesting to see what the
He's-
pros do with him. And it'll be interesting to listen to Zero Cross be cussing about him when we're playing. So.
Yeah. He
How
moves
we're-
quite slowly, though. I think that's the downside to him.
Well, the
He moves
big-
really slowly.
Actually, the
He's
really,
like Hades speed.
yeah, and the really big downside to him is he has no escape move. Even Hades has his teleport.
So he'd be a kind
Right,
of god
doesn't
you want
he?
to buy blink
I was
on
gonna
and
say,
blink away.
Blink Groot is going to be a thing. So,
Yeah, I think blink Groot will be a thing. But yeah,
People
he's
are
gonna
gonna
be.
call him Groot. Just admit it, guys.
I'm calling
Yeah.
him Groot.
Even
I'm calling him
pretend.
Groot already. His windscreen is also
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's.
Let me see
It's
if I
this.
can...
It's the ending to not ending, but no, Dad, that's a spoiler.
They've already spoiled it on high res stream. So Ranger, his windscreen is the little god is playing a
It's on the lore video as well.
Yeah, the little god is playing a pan flute, and the tree like is standing there, and then he starts dancing. It's fucking adorable.
How does that deal damage to the enemy?
It's his
No,
victory
it's
screen,
windscreen.
you derpy ranger.
Windscreen.
Oh, victory screen. I'm sorry, I totally wasn't even paying attention to what you guys were saying for like the past minute.
Ranger doesn't.
Okay.
Ranger doesn't
What?
smite.
Ranger doesn't. What is the? What is?
MMO.
MOBA.
No. What's
MOBA.
yeah, Ranger doesn't MOBA.
Well, the last time we tried to play Smite, Anthony rage quit before we could get all the patches downloaded and you guys could get in. So
Yeah. Sometimes I get soured to stuff.
So I didn't even realise this god was in till today
he's
because
not.
I didn't look at Smite last night.
He's not in. This
Well,
is,
he's in tomorrow, but
Yeah, this is PTS stuff.
he's in tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah, this is from the public test.
Yeah, but I
server.
didn't
goes
realise he
in.
was even a thing. I didn't think
She
it was
said
even
today
a-
because it's technically today for her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's-
I
Wednesday.
did actually get the Mordor
Wednesday
game.
today
That's
for
what
me.
I was doing.
So
That's
I
fine.
I didn't look at Smite news yesterday when I came home. So I didn't even realise it today, and I was like, oh,
Good
okay,
job.
he's a thing.
Good job.
Because I wondered why there was no Odyssey item, and then Nico was like, well, yeah, the patch hasn't gone live, and I was like, there's a patch.
Ah, there
I
it
got really
is.
confused.
Ranger has bought Shadow of Mordor. Thank you, Steam.
Shh.
Mordor.
Thank you, Steam.
Well, it's not
Ranger.
as if
Sorry,
we could play together,
I don't Lord of the Rings, and it's not because I hate the series. I just never got around to it.
Ranger, have you set up your curator
Well, there have
page?
been other Lord of the Rings games. What?
Have you set up your curator page yet?
What's a curator?
On Steam.
Like a museum?
No, on Steam, you derpy Ranger.
What does it do?
You can we'll have to talk about this some more, but you can actually suggest games for other people, and they change how the front page works, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm correct in thinking, Dime?
Yes, you are.
You know
'Cause
what's
I've
my
got-
also? Oh,
TB
sorry.
does mine. TB does mine, because I like TB.
You can
So you know what
always-
Smite's? You know what Smite's about? It's about a war. You know what gamers should be talking about? Total War.
That's segue.
I'm trying to segue everything together.
Good
You
job,
didn't
Neko.
notice.
Good job.
I don't
I think you
remember
did
how
a
to-
great job.
I don't remember how to spell
But
that.
seriously,
unfortunately.
Smite's story is about war between gods for some stupid ass reason. Who knows?
I have a lot of Total War games. I just realised this. I've never played one.
I have like 3 of them, but I want not the Japan one. I want the Japan one so bad.
I think it's called something else and not just Total War Japan.
And no, it's not.
I have 7 of them. I've never played one yet.
So, Total War Attila is what Nico's getting at, and it was shown at EGX over the weekend.
It's
And,
not called Total War Nutella like I thought it was.
Total
It's
War.
not Nutella.
You know what? Kickstarter for Total War Nutella needs to happen.
Dime, get
Please.
onto this.
Needs to happen.
Get onto this with Mike.
Oh God. So, Total War is a historical war simulator. Basically, it's not quite an RTS, but it's a tactical strategy game. The thing that I found interesting about this one when they showed it was, one, they've put back in the family tree system, which is cool, but also Thank you, Bunny. Fire is a thing in this game, so you can actually raise cities. So Ranger's inner pyro would be satisfied by this game. I'm assuming.
Who told you about my inner pyro?
And mine.
If I
And
tell
mine.
you,
I like burning things.
if I tell you, you're going to burn their house down. So,
I like burning things down.
I don't know where everybody lives.
wow, that was
I like burning things.
that was really actually kind of creepy. Hi,
I
honey
like
bunny.
burning things down.
So the one thing that I thought was interesting is when they showed this game off, the developer that was playing it had units that were already deployed on the map, but he had also deployed armies around, moving on the overall map of Europe ahead of time. And one of his cavalry units happened to complete its movement to where he wanted it to be and showed up during the middle of the battle, and he was able to come in from the back and completely roll up the enemy's flank attack, just charge right through them with it. And it completely swung the battle around for him. But it's interesting because they start this game off, and it's during the time when the Roman Empire was split into two halves, and things were going to hell. So they're like, yeah, you could start this game and be in Britain, and within like the first 2 rounds, you're going to have to decide, how far you want to pull back and let the Britons have territory back, and what you want to do. Do you want to abandon it, or do you want to burn everything to the ground?
So they can't get anything.
So it looks interesting, and they've shown the battle they showed. There must have been several thousand individual soldiers, archers, and horsemen running around, and no lag. So
Wow.
it looks
But it
really
depends.
cool.
Will it need a strong computer for it?
For damn
Yeah, I
sure.
was going to say, will it need a strong computer for it?
Total War games always have stupid system requirements.
I
So Ranger,
I
time
mean,
to
I
buy
know
that
I can
6
play
gig
it,
video card.
but
Nah, I just bought a new hard drive. I'm good for a while.
don't even know what my hard drive. I think mine's 3 gig. Not too sure.
3 gigs in
3
a hard
gigs?
drive?
No,
Bunny,
in graphics card.
You can't install
Oh,
Windows
okay.
on a
I was
3
gonna say
gigabyte
you
hard
can't.
drive.
Yeah.
No, I've got 2 hard drives now. I've made the graphics card.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. I would have to actually figure out what my graphics card is. I have to look. I'm not sure.
I know what mine is. I just can't remember which one I got.
It's a GTX something, because it
So-
went to hell when you upgraded the latest GTX drivers.
Yeah. Oh, mine?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours.
Mine's the 780. I know that.
The GeForce experience will probably tell me. I
It will.
imagine.
No, Ranger, no, don't open that during the show. Bad things always happen to you when you open that program.
Uh-oh.
mine-
No, it's already running.
Oh, okay.
It runs in the
It
background.
runs all the time, yeah.
But
I won't let it update anything. Don't worry. Can I just open it?
Yeah, you should. Be able
Oh,
to.
there it is. Hello.
I'm amazed.
Mine. GPU, CPU, memory. Where's
the top
my?
Should be the top one. Should always the top one. Mine's the top one.
It's My Rig.
Which one is my video card?
Click on the My
The
Rig.
top one.
Click on the My Rig tab and read us what it says on GPU.
Oh, GeForce GTX 650. Second.
Really?
420. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
What? What's that?
I could have sworn you had the same or better than I did.
Is this a bad one?
No, it's not. I just thought your card was a higher performance card than that. It's a good card. It's a very good card. I just thought,
No, it's just GTX 650.
I just, for some reason, I thought we had looked in the past and you had one that was the same as mine. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, Total War. I'm excited. Nobody else is.
You know what needs strategy from Total? So you know what needs strategy like Total War?
What?
Hearthstone. It's
She's segueing again.
Hearthstone is getting a 100-card expansion.
Hooray!
Ranger's awake again.
more cards.
Ranger's like, finally a topic I care about.
I like Hearthstone a lot. I haven't finished Nax yet.
Ooh, I need to get on that.
Yeah.
So, right now Hearthstone has about 450 cards. So, which is
With Nax?
yes, which is nowhere near as bad as say Magic. How many cards does Magic
Yeah.
have? Does Wizards of the Coast even know how many cards Magic the Gathering has?
It's over
Probably
9,000 for sure.
Just like power levels, huh?
That's what I said.
So, what they want to do with this one apparently is it's not going to be done the same way Nax is, but they are talking about how they can incorporate new game modes and new interesting ways to play the game modes with all those cards. One thing
I
they
want more
said...
solo. Solo's so much fun.
It is. I wouldn't be opposed to it either. One thing they said they do want to kind of avoid is the situation that Magic the Gathering is in, where there are entire sets of cards that are banned from certain modes of play. Because frankly,
Wow.
they're freaking ridiculous. Like there are
That's
some...
why you
Well,
don't make the
no.
cards.
Nothing can do ridiculous better than your Magic card that says you beat the game next turn.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a very easy counter to that card. And it's in Magic 2014 as well.
I'm just saying, I fucking hate that card, okay? And you can bleep me if you want to. It's awful.
What? All right, I don't know how far behind they are. What meme is dead, honey bunny? So, what they're saying really with this is that they are imagining maybe a single player expansion, like single player adventures, but they're not planning on releasing it in like dribs and drabs. They want to put it all out kind of at once. We don't know how far down the road this is, although BlizzCon is coming up. So I'm just wondering, because Nax kind of broke the balance for a lot of multiplayer stuff.
Oh yeah, it has.
Well, it broke the balance between people who were going to pay for it and people who weren't.
Which is still not fair
Well,
in the end.
In a way, it's not. But even with people that had Nax, like both people had Nax, like the Nax cards, some of them are really unbalanced. Kel'Thuzad is freaking horrible to have to fight against. The egg that summons 2 4/4s is horrible.
It summons
Well,
one
that's
for
what
four.
happens.
1/4.
That's what happens to the. That's the new meta is the lol rattle decks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like they were trying to think about it, but they don't put limitations on certain things, so it just isn't limited.
Like the fact that you can double stack the double death rattle card.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. This is why I'm not playing Hearthstone at the moment, till they balance everything, because I get pissed off when
It's
I play.
not fun. It actually destroys
not
the
fun.
fun of the game.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
even-
find it fun when I play anymore, because if I play like against someone else, or against Dime, or against Mike,
I was going to
they've
say,
all got the Nax cards.
don't lump me
Yeah,
in
it
there
is.
with Mike. Mike is awful. I don't even like playing against Mike anymore.
No, Mike is just mean. But the I haven't played for a couple of weeks, but because my computer died. And I didn't play it on my iPad because I was busy fixing my computer. But I haven't run into too many people that, other than maybe Mike or Dime, that spam the Nax Rammus cards too much. Like I have not run into a Nax deck yet.
I've only got 2 decks out of 9 that have any Nax cards.
Well, I have Maxina. That's the only one that I'll use. Really, it's the only one I have.
I have Mexna in a deck too, just because it's useful for taking down high power cards because it destroys anything it hits. But it's a sack card. You play it knowing it's going to die the next turn.
Might have lasted an okay amount of times.
I think one thing they really need to nerf is Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad is horrible. If you have it run into him, Ranger, he brings all friendly cards that died that turn back to the battlefield.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it's Death Rattle and fuck you
Yeah,
and
he's-
get the fuck out of my
He's bad.
fucking
The
game.
other one needs to go down is Baron Rivendare. Mike turtled up on me for a game until he got to 9 mana, and then he used Baron Rivendare to one-shot me.
Wow.
Like dead, end of game.
Yeah, he killed me in 1 turn with Rivendare. All 30
Oh.
HP just gone. And he was laughing in my ear the entire time he did it. As a matter of fact, that's actually in the Season 2 premiere episode of Card Masters, which is coming out sometime this week.
So I made it in seasons.
I had
You
to.
all are nerds.
I had to. And because I made the premiere episode of Season 2 before I released the last episode of Season 1, Nico's last episode becomes bonus content.
Oh.
Yay! Wait, I did something with you?
Eh.
Yeah, you've done Hearthstone with me, and then you helped me do Smite reveals and then ruin them?
I don't remember. Who is this Digmbot? Where am I?
So,
I really
God.
should do Card Masters with you. I just haven't
Alright.
been well enough to do it.
anyways, so kind of opinion time. Are you guys looking forward to 100 new cards in Hearthstone, or are you kind of going, well, can we fix Naxx's imbalances first?
Both.
Both.
Well, they have been changing the cards. I just don't know if they've actually. They're definitely not done balancing.
They're still they're not
Well,
done balancing,
and-
but maybe they're doing both at the same time, and then they gotta balance things with that.
Maybe.
Balancing is really hard in a card game because you have so many cards.
I think it's telling, though, that the first two cards that they've really chosen to balance are from the original version of Hearthstone, that being Starving
Yeah.
Buzzard and Leroy. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing is, if you release new cards, there's going to be new metagame, and people want to be the best, and they want to win, and they want to kick everyone's ass, and they want to say "tra la 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 la" when they do it. So,
well,
I mean, they're going to have to nerf cards as it goes. So, I think they can release the new 100 cards, and then everybody's going to have to sit and wait for all the new troll meta that happens.
well, they're also probably going to be slow about it, just like they are with StarCraft 2, because Hearthstone now has a pro-competitive scene. Just
Yeah.
like StarCraft 2, and they are god-awful slow about StarCraft 2 balance patches. Because, frankly, with the StarCraft 2, if they do it like they did with StarCraft 2, Blizzard does not care about the casual play meta with StarCraft 2. The balance changes are not geared towards that at all. All they care about is the pro-level play balances. And the rest
because
of the
it
people
gets them money.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they do it like that in Hearthstone, basically the casual player can like it or lump it when it comes to the balance because they won't care. It's all about the pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucking
that's
annoys
what-
me
that's what
so
happens.
much.
That's what
And it
happens.
means that the casual player will never win again, and it's going to be very hard.
No,
'Cause-
no,
No,
that's
you
not.
just hope not to run into a pro player while you're
Yeah.
playing casually. That's basically all you gotta do.
Oh,
Or
well,
run into Mike while you're playing.
I don't know.
Or
I've played.
person.
I've played Trump before in Hearthstone, and I have beat him. So it's just luck of the draw, really.
I've thought about playing on European servers to see if I run into anybody I recognize, but I would have to train up my decks first because I plan.
Let's move on to Magic Circle. Bunny, you can add another topic in if you want to.
I was gonna add a segue there, but I don't know what the fuck Magic Circle is, so... You know what has magic? Hearthstone! And Magic Circle has magic, and we're done.
Wow,
That was
inspiring! It was inspiring, Neko.
That was an amazing segue, Nico.
Yep,
Yes,
I-
exactly.
I'm inspired to look at this game.
It's just something I'm very interested in because it's changed a lot of things in the game I play. So there's the link, Dime.
What is
That is a big link.
I know, right? I was like, yeah,
Bunny?
Wait,
I've just-
why does it say prison architect in it?
because it's the game I want to talk about afterwards. 'cause
Bunny,
it's
public
so-
service announcement. GOO.GL.
I'm too lazy to do that right now.
We're not moving on until you shorten that link.
Ah.
I don't know how to shorten links.
No, but how do I fucking know how to shorten links?
I just gave you the website.
And now we're not gonna have time for another segment because you guys are having a little tiffy fit.
I wasn't even listening to the website he said, so that's the problem.
Alright, fine. Alright, so the Magic Circle is this really weird indie game that we saw at EGX. And basically, you are playing as the hero of a video game that's in development. And has been in development for 20 years. And finally, you, the hero inside the game, thank you, Bunny, basically get pissed off at the developer and decide to finish the game yourself from within the game.
Okay.
So it's really breaking the fourth wall to the point that there is none.
Basically. And I can't find the video right now, so here's this. Basically, the interesting thing is, though, like, once you get into the game, everything is in black and white. It looks like Borderlands got turned black and white, basically. And you'll see items or creatures that have segments of color around them. And what you can do is basically use your power as the game's hero, to look into that creature. And an example that he gave early was he runs into this creature that was attacking him. So he looks into the creature's code and finds out that the creature's set to be the enemy of the hero. So he accesses the creature's code, just flips through the text menu inside it, changes it around so that the creature is in love with the hero and hates everything else in the game. And now he has a pet that can follow him around. At one point...
Instantly mine. Pet.
At one point, he animates a rock and makes it fireproof and sends it to kill a bunch of fire monsters. He also runs into these bugs that are all controlled by a queen, so he can't manipulate them. So he goes and he finds the queen, and he steals its power to manipulate the other creatures, then convinces all the creatures that the hero is their best friend and that they must fight to prove themselves to him, and that their enemies are each other. So he eliminates the whole hive of insects by having them kill each other for his love.
Wow.
That seems kind of twisted, actually. I mean, it's fun, but
evil and twisted. Jesus.
I wonder, can you do all kinds of different things? Like, okay, so like, do you not have to be twisted and awful and make these creatures kill each other? Okay.
No.
Jesus.
They can love each other and have weird insect babies, maybe. That might be an option.
Well, in general, if they're worker insects, they're probably all male.
Ranger brings biology into it. There's the video. There's a short video for it.
Biology is what I do. Deal with it.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't sound like grown-up Scribblenauts, because in Scribblenauts you just have to type the words and create stuff.
This one
It's a very interesting concept that I feel like that's also been done before, but he's adding more to it that makes it better.
I'm worried that it might be a little too meta, but it looks really interesting.
Though, why does the game look so good, even though it's had 20 years of development?
Magic?
Well, that's the setup of the game, Neko.
I think that's the story. Yeah, I don't think that's
the story.
And I'm just trolling.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trolling.
Nekokitwolf.
Anyway, I think it is something that we can be hyped for.
I
we can also be hyped
really
for.
Cool. What?
Just trying to segue. Don't keep going.
She's trying to segue. This is amazing Neko segues.
Segue kit.
But go on, Dom. You can say your thing first.
I think it's interesting that all the creatures and things that he can control in the game, the developer of the game refers to actively as glitches. Like the in-game developer, not the real developer. So,
Cool
my
story,
only problem
bro.
is I'm not 100% sold on the art style.
I feel like it's proper for that type of game, though.
I feel like it is interesting. I'm just not totally sold on it. But I think it's really going to be one we have to keep an eye on if he manages to get the game out, because he's the developer, the actual real-life developer that was presenting. He's like, when I first started making games, I was convinced I'll make a game and it'll be awesome and everybody will love me. And I found out that the internet hates everything. So now I have an adversarial relationship with my customer. And the only way that I figured I could make you understand me was to force you to play a game that puts you in my shoes. So
interesting.
I'm not 100% convinced that this game is not some sort of like weird meta fourth wall, fifth wall breaking revenge.
It's a
plot for
commentary.
him.
It's a commentary. It's a commentary. That's what I feel like it's gonna be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's actually really relevant because so many games are in early access and you feel like they're not going to be released forever.
Mm-hmm.
So to release a game that's about a game that's been in development for 20 years is actually hilarious if you think
they don't get
about it.
updated very often. They get updated like once every 6 months, and you feel like, where's this game gone?
Yeah.
So
It's in Deception.
Yeah.
It's really interesting though. It's looking fun. Speaking of one little EGX anecdote, if you guys haven't watched the Witcher 3 presentation, it's amazing. The presenter.
Is there fucking in it?
No.
I'm not interested.
The presenter was hilarious. Somebody asked him about the concept of good and evil decisions in The Witcher, and he was like, okay, well, let's take that. There's not really good and evil. There's good, and good evil, and in between, and in between, and in between, and in between, and evil.
You mean
and
the
evil,
lawful
good.
neutral and stuff like that?
But he went even further. He was like, so let's take your example. Let's say that you save a kitten. People around the world will start hearing about that, and you might run into a guy that's like, hey, I heard you save this kitten. I've got this kitten over here that needs saving. And you as a player are like, nah, I don't want to save that kitten. I'm done saving kittens. And the guy's like, come on, it's a kitten. You save kittens. And you're like, no, I don't want to save the kitten. And the guy's like, but I'll give you some stuff if you save the kitten. No, I don't want to save the kitten. Come on, I'll give you a lot of stuff. So you go save the kitten, and now all of a sudden, you have to save a bunch of kittens. And then you accidentally kill a kitten, and everybody hates you.
That's like how you explain Star Wars, or even better, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Basically. And then somehow he drew kitten-saving DLC into it, and something about killing a dog to get rid of all the people that wanted you to save kittens, because now they hate you because you're mean to animals.
Fair enough. That sounds interesting.
I think the one example that really got me, though, was he said if you go by a village that's taken over by bandits and kill the bandits, the villagers might come back, but then they might get eaten by monsters that are attracted by the rotting bandit bodies, and that's your fault, and people will hate you for it.
Well, it's because the monsters are actually mutated kittens, and you saved all the kittens.
Yes.
So it's your fault.
It is.
Really.
But
It's like explaining what communism is, but through cows.
basically, and we'll move on just after this, but basically what I got the effect was The Witcher 3's consequence system is basically butterfly effect of the game. So, it sounds cool.
gosh.
So you know what? Okay.
Go
Oh,
segue.
Do the segue.
You know what's gonna be revealed, not like Witcher 3. The
Actually,
thing
no,
we have
we-
to talk about.
No, we'll
We
talk
actually-
about your game after that, Bunny.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rabbit.
We're doing the special guest thing, aren't we, for next week?
Well, not for
we're
next
doing.
week.
Well, the week
weeks
after
from
next.
now,
2
yeah.
weeks time. Next show.
Next show.
So on Monday, Cosmocoria, I can never say.
Cosmocoria.
Cosmocoria
Phantasmagoria, the puzzle of the flesh.
I'll kill you.
went into early access on Steam. So before this, a lot of people who only had access if there was Kickstarter projects. Now anybody can have access. So if you didn't Kickstarter, you can actually go and buy it on Steam now. So next show, we are going to have Nate on, who is the developer, and he's going to talk more about his lovely game and Naked Spaceman. Naked Spaceman time?
Yes, and Cosmocoria is awesome.
It is.
You should totally go watch Ranger's video on the game, because Ranger's video on Cosmocoria is amazing.
I got pretty far. I actually got pretty far.
I played it again. I've played it off and on. The last time he updated, I was really, really happy with the changes, and also a little shocked at how much harder it had gotten.
Yeah, I think I need to play it again after all the updates have happened. I've missed a few updates, I think.
I'm not going to lie. The first boss, the Red Space Dragon, I got my ass handed to me by that thing.
I wonder secretly if he watched my video, because I would hide behind the planet to kill the thing, and he changed that. You can't hide behind a planet anymore.
Yeah. Knowing Nate, I'm pretty sure he does watch our videos and makes changes.
I know he saw mine. He asked me for mine. I was like, shit.
I know that he does that, because I know that the devs of Rex Rocket, they watched one of my videos in the game, and he was like, I didn't know you could do this way. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, you and I will find the hacksaw part or way to do everything, I'm sure.
Basically. But yeah, I'm really excited to have Nate on. He's been on with us before. He's a super cool dude, and back when we originally talked to him, Cosmocoria was still in Kickstarter. Now he's got it out, and it's a really good game. You should definitely pick it up on Steam. I'll look it up right now. I don't even believe that Cosmocoria is that expensive. Nate was never asking a lot
No,
for
it
this.
probably wasn't.
No, he even says on his page that the early access game is the same price it will be later on. And at the moment in England,
I can look it up,
it is
Isn't it
£6. £6.29. It's 10% off in England right now.
It's $8.99 for America. It's
Merca.
It's totally worth it. It's a really cool game.
No,
you
it's
have the
definitely
motion?
worth less than 10.
Do you have the-
Yeah,
do you have-
absolutely. It's worth more than 10.
I have the Steam store link right here for the chat.
Do you have the promotion up as well? The 10% off promotion.
Yes, it's 10% off for us.
10%
It's only
off.
$1 though, but it's still worth it. Yeah, we're really excited. Nate's going to be with us on the 14th, so it's going to be a good show. Bunny wants to talk about Prison Architect. Nico, go ahead and segue.
No, you already ruined it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yes.
Oh, no. Why would you
So mean.
Dime, you did this to yourself by having 3 women on with you and no mic support.
Yeah, you did this yourself.
Okay, let's go.
So Alpha 25, Jesus
I'm okay,
Christ, been a lot of
Sheba. She
alphas,
started looking at me all worried.
has just been released, I think, about a week ago because I missed it. But Prison Architect got to the stage, for me at least, that you could just leave the game running and nothing bad would happen because you satisfied prisoners' needs, and they were like, "Hey, I'll just be good." But they've changed it completely, and now that prisoners have random traits to them, so they'll have, say, like a strong trait or a volatile trait
Kitty.
or a snitch trait.
That's not a kitty. That's a miniature tiger.
Which basically means now that you have to put prisoners in supermax and protective custody and have to make sure people don't get killed all the time, because it kind of works like a real prison at the moment. And it gets really difficult. I always find Prison Architect really easy for me, because I've been playing it for nearly 2 years. And I was going, I'm finding this pretty easy now. Nope, not anymore. It's fucking difficult, to be honest. I've never had a death in the game the whole time I've been playing it. So I've never had a death in 2 years. I had my first death, and I've had more than one death now. And I was like, oh, I had a death. That was so sad. I've been so good at having prisoners not kill each other. And
do you download the prisoners that are like people, like in real life people?
I've got they come automatic. They randomize in your game, so you don't actually get to choose who comes. Apart from there's a whole list of people in which are the name in the game. So I'm on there somewhere. You can choose to import what's it called? Transfer them to your prison, but they just randomly the game randomly chooses who you get. And you can tell it, I only want normal security prisoners, or I want max security, or low security. But you now can actually hire confidential informants, as this video is showing. So it will tell you who have got death threats, like they've been targeted for death. You've got all sorts of crazy things, which now make it that... wow, Dime. Which now makes it so that it's a lot difficult. You can't just leave the game running. People used to just leave the game running and the prison would work by itself. But now you have to physically, actively do things to keep everyone safe. I've had to just build a whole protective custody wing with its own kitchen and everything, because my protective custody people getting killed, because the prison now works like a real prison, and it's kind of scary. So, and even if what happened just before, if someone was murdered in your prison by a prisoner,
Is it finally in beta?
It's not finally in beta. I do know this month's update is all about fixing all the bugs. They would go through and do a bug bash, and they'll try and fix a lot of the bugs. So they've got the community. There's a Mantis database full of all the bugs people have found, and they'll go through, and they're all ranked what people want fixing first, and they'll go through and they will start working on them, really. And they've been doing this. It's the second one now, which is quite good to see that a game is actually trying to fix bugs and stuff like that.
It's actually updating, unlike some games. Cube World.
Yeah.
Yep.
This
Cube
game
World.
updates every month without fail. Do you know what I mean? And the devs have said it's actually good. It's updating every month because it forces them to actually do something. Do you know what I mean? And they don't get lost in developing the game. They have to physically think, oh, what am I doing this month? What features do I want to implement? And it's a good game. I quite enjoy it. You have to think about where prisoners are going to eat. What you have to do whole regimes for them, as you can see there. And it's crazy.
I've never had much interest in Prison Architect, but I think it's good that they keep on updating it. We're also going to do a Dimecast world first here on the show tonight. So we're going to do a game review right now, live on the Dimecast.
What? Okay.
Can you tell me what to do? I think
What
it's tell me
game?
what to do.
What
So-
game?
We are going to review The Mountain.
I'm sorry.
What?
We are going to review The Mountain. So if all of you will turn your attention to the stream.
Geo been playing the mountain?
I'm attention. I'm attention on.
So this is The Mountain.
Okay.
This is my mountain. It has
Okay.
a bottom and it has a top.
Okay.
It has some trees.
That sounds like a yowie.
and
Uh-huh.
clouds
Uh-huh.
and minerals on the bottom of it. And
Uh-huh.
that's The Mountain. Review complete. There are no
Wait, that's a game?
there are no
You just
there are no controls. The game saves automatically. Nature happens. Things grow and die.
But you
99
can't-
cents on Steam, folks.
you can't control it?
I can spin the camera around and zoom in and out.
Have you brought this game?
I sold like 3 cards to get it.
There's a game like this called The Sandbox I was looking at the other day.
Are you sure?
And
you
that looked
can't?
really bad.
Are you sure you can't do anything? You just
All
don't know the controls?
All right, there's the controls. There's the menu with the controls. Right there.
I can't see it yet.
No, we
That's-
can't see it.
That's
This
the
yet.
total options menu of the game. There's nothing hidden. That is all the options that are in The Mountain.
And you just won't every game be exactly the same?
No, it seems like it'll develop differently in every single mountain.
Controls nothing.
Oh, I thought you meant like won't every time I play the game be the same. Now everybody's game will be a little different. So, because
Well, what is the thoughts? Why is thoughts dawn?
Press the period button, Don. And we're not talking about the lady period. We are talking about
The
You
mountain
have a
has
button for that?
Yes.
periods.
Also, one thing I didn't. Yep, I lost myself inside this brilliant day. One thing I didn't mention is that the game, the bottom 2 rows of your keyboard, are a keytar.
Oh, I can't hear it. Have I been here before? It says question mark.
Is this real or not?
Is this? Can you, if you play stuff, will different things happen if you play a song?
Not that I've seen. No.
Have you played any songs?
Yes.
Okay.
Crawling in
oddly-
my skin.
This game is oddly weird.
It's very relaxing.
I would rather play that Heroes clicker game than this. Cause that's see, is this it? It exactly told me what I'm thinking about this game. Is this it?
Yeah.
Is that?
I think
Yeah, it is.
I think I
I have
would
nothing
play
in
it
my life.
just for the point of figuring out what does happen if anything happens.
I should stop playing with the keytar in this game. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off.
Damn your eyes.
That's all for the Digmcast today, guys.
We've got 4 minutes left!
Not enough. We need to get out of this.
For once, we don't have Mike rattling on, so we're actually going to finish on time.
Oh
for
my
tonight.
god! I'm gonna tell him you said that.
It's true.
It's true. You
Why
can
are
never
these-
get words in edgeways when Mike
Why
talks.
It's also recorded.
Why are
So
the screen regions jacked up?
No idea.
Because-
because
my
you
camera.
touched light.
Because-
It's because Nico turned on her camera.
Oh.
So I may have just brought the mountain. Thanks, Dime. I want to see
Why
it run.
would you waste your money on that?
Just because I want to sit and have it on my laptop, just
It's
spinning.
just like why don't I tell you guys this? This isn't game related, but apparently this woman's been selling invisible art.
Yeah, I saw that. I
She
was like,
literally
what?
posts stuff up. There's nothing there, and people are buying it.
Yep, it's amazing.
It's
She's
not
such a
amazing.
genius.
No,
She's
the
a
problem,
genius.
the problem about this is people don't take art seriously enough, and this is why.
That's almost
Yeah.
that is almost as stupid as the woman who's suing Disney, saying that Frozen is her life story and they used it without her permission.
It's not like Lindsay Lohan
Wait, can she
suing
control
GTA.
ice? Because
Don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's not a normal human trait.
Isn't
I
it
think
also
she
like
meant the basis of it.
isn't it also like Lindsay Lohan suing GTA or something, and some other like tyrant is suing Call of Duty for
Oh,
playing this game.
Manuel
Yeah,
Manuel Noriega is suing Activision, saying that they portrayed him as a criminal, a warlord, a murderer, and a thug in Call of Duty, which is which is pretty much what he's in prison for.
Exactly.
Wait, he's suing them from prison?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
You
the
know
thing
what?
is-
No, I'm not even going to
thing
listen
is,
to that guy
he
anymore.
can't. The laws don't affect him, like American law, because we're Activision based. It's all governed under American law.
He's
Because he's not an
imprisoned
American
overseas.
citizen.
And for everybody that
Yeah,
missed Mike,
but he's not an American citizen as well.
everybody that's missing Mike's
Here,
voice,
that's the card that I just drew.
Yeah.
I just reduced the
You want me to do my voice?
mana
Are you
gonna
cost
play it?
to
I'm playing, but
0
y'all won't
mana
hear it.
cost.
Oh, you're
With
playing
my
it for
boss
them?
side. Good job.
Yeah.
I
Hey everyone, I can't do Mike's voice, okay?
He's got a really deep voice.
yes,
He has.
does.
It's not even just a German accent. He just has this voice that makes him Mike.
His accent's not
Yep.
really German.
Yeah.
It's not super strong, actually.
Yeah.
It's not. All right, that's eaten up 4 minutes. Oddly enough,
Hooray!
Let me close off.
Nico,
Neko really wants to.
Can I?
the floor is yours, figuratively speaking.
You know, you know what's like this invisible art? That's what happens. That's gonna happen to us. This segue. Anyway, this was the Dimecast with Mypinkbunny, ylwranger, Digmbot, and Nekokitwolf. The next episode will be on the 12th, or is it the 14th?
14th.
Thank you.
And we'll have Nate with us as well.
Hooray!
Yes, we're gonna have a guest, so be hyped, guys. Be there or be square, or rectangle, or rectangular square. While they're playing with dolls, what a bunch of fucking nerds. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Please, God, somebody kill me now. I don't want to ever live through this again.